What's good, everybody? Welcome to my new YouTube series. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. It'll come to me. Maybe the early morning yap session with Bookit with Trent. That actually might be the new name now that I think about it. But what's good? Happy to have you guys join me here in the comfort of my own backyard. I wanted to introduce you guys to my backyard because I spend a lot of time out here. This is where I do most of my lab work, especially in that jacuzzi out there. But I wanted to set a vibe, a tone to start your day off with some hopefully winning plays, a little bitching session about last night's shit wagers and where I lost my coin, but more importantly, letting you guys know before the day starts where my coin's going to be deployed, and especially these Sweet 16 plays. I know you guys want to fade them. I'm going to keep it to like 5 to 10 minutes per episode, but really just to give you guys an idea of everything I'm betting on today throughout the day, as well as just a quick little recap from the night before. So why don't we start with a little morning bitching session on the two wagers that cost me 6 units last night, the Clippers and the Thunder. These sorry ass Clippers are not the Clippers that I thought they were, dude. I was so high on them to start the year. Even a couple months ago, I was considering putting 5,000 on them to win the NBA Finals. But as we get towards the end of the season late, the Clippers, their age is starting to show. I'm not nearly as high as them as I once was. They somehow found a way to win that game last night. I had -6.5, but a miraculous comeback late in the final minutes of the game gave the Clippers a win. I had Kawhi over 1.5 3-pointers. This dude had a bagel. 0 3-pointers made last night. Only attempted 4 of them, I think. Went 0 for 4. That was just a shit wager. The volume's not even there for Kawhi threes, and I'm taking him over 1.5. That's just not a fucking good bet. And same goes for the OKC Thunder, my favorite team. I tend to end up betting on them almost every time they fucking play. I got to be better with picking my spots, to be honest with you. But the Thunder last night, a colossal sell job in overtime. Chet Holmgren over points cost us a 6-man. He had 2 points. We needed 18.5. Getting 4 fouls to start the game chalked everything. Definitely hurt the Thunder in that game as well. The Rockets ended up stealing that one in OT. But those were just 2 squares that cost me about $12,000. If they would have turned green, we would have cashed that 6-man. And for those who are not tapped into the surgical stream, you can get our tennis guy's plays on there. His name's Asim. That dude, 12-2 on tennis prize pick squares. At this point, he's just an automatic bid to get into the entry because it always turns fucking green. So if you're missing out on the surge stream, make sure to be tapped in. But enough of the bitching, chat. We have so many plays to discuss. We've got MLB opening day, and we've got Sweet 16 day 1, 4 big games tonight. There's a million hockey games as well, but I'm not the guy to give you the fucking hockey whales, to be honest with you. That's what we got Chelly for. That's what we got Fruity for. A couple other cappers on Twitter I trust with the hockey plays as well. But I'm sticking to baseball and college basketball right now. I'm going to start with baseball, and I'm going to start with giving a tribute to the late, great Troy Hermo. Troy, we miss you. We love you, dude. If you don't know Troy Hermo, he recently passed away due to cancer, and he was a legend on the gambling Twitter sphere. He's one of my day 1 OG followers and has supported me ever since I've been doing this shit. And for him, everybody should be nuking Orioles -1.5. Orioles were his favorite team. He always wanted to go to Camden Yards, and I know he's up there going to be sweating the Orioles by 2 today. And so in honor of Troy, I feel like it's only right if I fade and take my Angels +1.5 to ensure that the Orioles cover the run line today in honor of Troy. And also in honor of Troy, we will be nuking that Nerfy as well, because you know that's exactly what he would want to do. Troy, we love you. You guys can support Troy and his family by donating to his GoFundMe that I retweeted on Twitter, so make sure to tap in on that. All right, let's go straight to MLB, and then we'll go CBB. But I've got a 4-leg parlay that I think you guys are going to be able to tap into and get behind, because it's pretty goddamn surgical to start the MLB season, okay? 4-legger +750 odds on the parlay, and you know it starts with Dodgers -1.5. We got Nukenheimer Glasnow on the bump today against Michaelis. against the Cardinals at home in LA. I mean, the Dodgers are going to be heavy favorites basically in every game this year. Why not start out taking the puck line or the run line in the first game of the season? Glasnow, Nukenheimer, he's going to be dialed in. Struggled a little bit in Korea in his first outing, but I expect him to be dialed in against a team that strikes out a lot in the St. Louis Cardinals. So give me the Dodgers by 2. Next up, we're going with Tigers money line. You got Scooby Snack Scooble on the bump against Crochet and the White Sox. This White Sox team is a sorry-ass franchise, and the Tigers this year, I have a very high expectations for the Tigers to maybe even potentially win that division, and it starts with Scooby Snacks on the bump. You got the Tigers at -180. I think they win this one with ease and maybe even cover that run line. So give me the Tigers on the money line. Let's go with the next leg. We got Shane Bieber and the Guardians on the money line, -155. Listen, the A's are just absolute dog shit. And when in doubt, you fade poverty in this league. So we're fading the Oakland A's and Alex Wood. I'm not buying into the Alex Wood train this year. Apologies if you can hear the leaf blower in the background. Hopefully that's not affecting the audio right now. But give me the Guardians on the money line to fade the Oakland A's. And the last leg, we're going late night. D-backs, Rockies, over 8.5 to tuck us in. We got Gallen on the mound against Kyle Freeland, arguably 2 turkey tossers, and one of our guys, Javon, is incredibly low on Zach Gallen after a legacy season last year. We're going to be expecting Gallen to serve up some turkeys on some silver platters for us, all right? So let's get the over 8.5 in that Rockies D-backs game. That 4-leg parlay is +750, and we're starting the year off with a bang, a boom, as the Costco guys would say. The reason you guys are all here, of course, is for my CBB plays and my Nerfies. Let me give you the Nerfies real quick, and then we'll go CBB. Nerfy Jesus is back, boys. For those who don't know, I made my following. I made all this shit happen from the start of my TikTok career, which was with Nerfy Jesus. I hit 13 Nerfies in a row. Who could say that? Who could say that? Not too many people could say that. I'm the OG Nerfy Jesus. You're going to see a bunch of Twitter accounts and people claiming they're the Nerfy Lords. I'm the Nerfy Jesus, OG. And I've got 2 for you to start out the MLB year. It starts with that first game in Camden Yards. We're going Corbin Burns, Patrick Sandoval, no run first inning, the first Nerfy of the MLB season. It starts with 6 quick ones in Camden Yards. If Pablo Sandoval gets us 3 outs, we're hitting this shit because Burns ain't giving up a run. And then lastly, the last game of the night, we're going with Luis Castillo, Bayo, 6 outs, no runs first inning in the Red Sox-Mariners game. Those are my 2 favorite Nerfies of the MLB season to start us off. So we need 12 quick outs. I'm placing that 2-man on Prize Picks, and I'm nuking that shit. So the first Nerfy of the day, last Nerfy of the day, 2 nukes, 12 quick outs, and we're tucked in late night, all right? All right, the reason you're all here, college basketball, Sweet 16, Mega Maxes, okay? Last week, in the round of 32, it seemed like I was picking every single game wrong. I think my record was 4-15 or something like that. Not good at all. So use these picks to however which way you want to. But I would recommend fading the fuck out of all 4 of these plays. And it starts with the first game, Clemson in Arizona, 7.5 point spread. I gotta go with Arizona -7.5 here. This is a team that I've put on my ban list for months, but I think they're starting to click when it matters most, and I think the 7.5 point spread is pretty telling. It's creeping up towards Arizona since it opened up. I think Vegas is telling you here, Arizona is a double-digit win. I'm not bought in on this Clemson Mickey Mouse run, and I'm all in on Zona -7.5. So I'll be nuking the Wildcats. Arizona fans, apologize because that shit's probably cooked. Let's go to the next leg. UConn and SDSU, a little rematch here from last year. I'm nuking UConn -11.5. I know it's a big spread, but we've heard the coach come out and say that we're going to continue to go out and blow out teams. UConn has a serious chance to win this entire thing. They're literally only +210 to win the entire championship, which is pretty telling considering everybody else is way higher than that. This team's a wagon. They're playing great. They're blowing teams the fuck out, and I don't think they're scared of SDSU. And this spread is also really telling, considering how good SDSU has played lately. For them to be a double-digit favorite, this tells me UConn wins by double digits too. All right, 2 more games. Bama, UNC. Roll fucking Tide, boys and girls. Bama plus 4.5 is a mega max. I'm not sold on UNC and Baycott and company. I'm all over Bama. I love the pace that they be playing at. They've looked great in their last couple of games in this tourney. And I think if they're able to keep the pace of the game the way that they have been, I think Bama steals everybody's coin and maybe fucks around and wins this game outright. Give me Bama plus 4.5 for a max. And last but not least, big game, Illinois versus Iowa State. Short spread. I'm going with the dog here. Illinois plus 1.5 versus Iowa State. I'm not sold on Iowa State being the wagon everybody thinks they are. And honestly, the only reason I'm taking Illinois is because that bozo that chirped me in my DMs. I'm coming for you, bro. He begged me not to take Illinois, and I'm taking Illinois only because that dude begged me not to. So we're going Arizona spread, UConn spread, Bama spread, Illinois spread for my 4 whales in day 1 of the Sweet 16. I'm excited to see how this pans out because last week did not go my way at all. So I'm due. If there's anybody that's more due, it's me. Okay, so Zona, UConn, Bama, and Illinois are 4 mega maxes for the Sweet 16 day 1. I've given you an MLB 4-legger that's plus 750. I'm more than likely going to be straight betting those as well. I gave you 2 Nerfies, the Red Sox and Mariners Nerfie, and the Angels and Orioles Nerfie, and that's about it for today. That's all I've got. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini series. I'm going to be doing them every single day throughout the summer as we get into baseball more, of course, NBA playoffs, and the college basketball playoffs as well. But look for more YouTube content coming out from me. I'm excited to be doing this. I felt like it was needed and it was missing from my everyday content, but giving you guys the ability to know all my plays throughout the day before you make yours, I felt like was important as a content creator to give you the ability to do that. So let's have a day. You know, this is supposed to be about vibes. This is supposed to be just me chilling out here talking, rambling about, you know, plays that cost me coin and where I'm putting my coin at throughout the day. So I hope you guys liked it. Make sure to click like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss any more YouTube content moving forward. But I'm excited for this. I hope you guys have a great MLB season, and hope all your bets in the Sweet 16, the Final Four, Elite 8, whatever. I hope everything goes well. I will be at the Elite 8 this Sunday. If you're going to be there, make sure to come hang out with me and tap in. Come say what up. And hopefully everything I just gave you fucking smacks, because the kid has not been able to hit shit for weeks. I do want to leave you with one quick little 6-legger on Prize Picks that I cooked up for the MLB slate today. I think you guys will love it. It starts out with both pitchers that I'm so high on: Scooby over 6.5 Ks and Cole Reagans over 6 Ks. I think both of those have potential to smack their demons, but those are my 2 pitchers that I'm riding with in day 1. And then we go with Freddie Freeman over fantasy score. I like his fantasy more than I do his bases because he gets walked a lot and he has the potential to steal a base as well. So Freddie Freeman, Ellie De La Cruz fantasy score over 8 fantasy. And then last, we got Jose Altuve, more than half a run, and Joey Gallo, under half a walk. That 6-leg on Prize Picks, it's a 25 extra. I put, I think, like $300 on that. So hopefully we can see the first 6 man of the year turn green. Joey Gallo ain't getting a fucking walk. He ain't walking. He's gonna strike out, probably all 3 times. But hopefully, I forget who the fuck's pitching for against Joey Gallo. Oh, I think it's Montes. Shit. Hopefully he's got his command today, because if he walks Gallo, I'm going to be in quail shit. So, GG's. Lastly, quick 50 extra on Prize Picks, 4-legger, super cheeky. Would not recommend tailing. I've never hit a demon entry before yet, but this one kind of looks good on the eyeballs. Reagan's and Scooble, both over demon strikeouts. Ellie De La Cruz to get a steal, Bobby Witt to get a steal. That could actually fucking hit. Obviously, it's very unlikely. It's a 50xer, so don't get mad at me if that shit don't hit. But it's on my Twitter, and if you look at it, it looks great on the eyeballs. Looks great on the eyeballs. That's all we could ask for. So obviously, it's day one. Nobody knows shit, but the least we could do is get surgical, do the research, dial in, and have some fun with it. That's what it's all about. Make sure to always gamble responsibly, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be nuking shit you don't know shit about. But let's just try to make some coin and have fun. That's what this is all about, all right? So appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming and hanging out with your boy. It's been early morning yap sesh with Bookit with Trent. Hopefully to see you guys tuned in more throughout the summer, and appreciate you tuning in. As always, we'll be fucking seeing.